Hello, hello, friends. Happy Friday. Or if you're not watching this on a Friday, happy whatever day you're having. I hope it's great. We're doing another rat run puzzle today. We're up to number 19. If you haven't seen these before, I highly recommend them. They're super fun. The LMD page linked has all 20 puzzles, and there's also a playlist in the description of the videos I've done for the other puzzles so far. But Brainwaves, we're up to number 19. It's the maroon puzzle. Rat Run 19, Brainwaves. This is a fog puzzle. I'm peeking. And we get notes. Oh, that's intimidating. We have a fog puzzle. How cool. Experiment 19, Maroon, from the 18th of December, 1974. Over the months, Finks has consistently demonstrated an extraordinary gift for processing numbers. Today we will introduce language, exposing her to a selection of English words and recording her responses. Whoa! A special cap will measure her brainwave activity, and a series of monitors placed around the maze will register any spikes. Wow! Oh, it says Rat Run. How cute. What? Okay, let's see how this goes. A fog puzzle, and it shows up nicely on screen already. Don't have to move anything. Beautiful. Rat Run 19, Brainwaves by Marty Sears. In this experiment, 9 letters of the alphabet to be determined must be used to fill the grid so that no letter repeats in any row, column, or 3x3 box. Okay, so instead of numbers, we're using 9 letters. We have to figure out what they are. And we're going to place them once each in every one of the boxes, once each in every row, and once each in every column. We'll have to figure out where those go, and also what the 9 letters are. The aim of experiment, Finks the rat must reach the cupcake by finding a path through the maze. The path must not visit any cell more than once, cross itself, or pass through any thick maze walls. So the maze is a bit hidden by fog right now, but we can see part of it. So we're going to have to move through the maze somehow, in some way, and get from Finks to the cupcake. And actually both are hidden by fog right now. I don't know where Finks is right now. So we're gonna have to find her and save her from the fog. As well as moving orthogonally, Finks may move diagonally if there's a 2x2 space in which to do so, but may never pass diagonally through a round wall spot in the corner of a cell. So the parts we can see right now, there isn't a place where you can move diagonally. If you were to try to move diagonally, you go over a round wall corner spot, and you can't do that. But maybe in the future we'll uncover a spot that doesn't have a corner spot here, and it's just open, and you can move diagonally that way. We also have dynamic fog. Entering correct letters may clear fog somewhere in the maze. No guessing is required. Or no guessing is necessary. Cue cards. Each pink cue card sits between 2 letters that both appear on that cue card. Oh, cool. Okay, so these 2 letters here will be somewhere in the word rat, and these 2 letters here will be somewhere in the word run. Okay. We also have brainwave monitors. The faint light of 11 blue monitors are visible through the fog. Finks must visit all of these before reaching the cupcake. With any luck, they will provide an insight into her thoughts. Oh, I'm curious to see what that means. But however we draw the path, we have to visit each one of these. So we need to remember that. Before we get to the cupcake, got to make sure we go to each monitor. And our test constraint. 3x3 box borders divide Finks's path into segments. If a segment contains more than 1 cell, then the cells must be visited in alphabetical order. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So however we draw our path, all of the cells in this box before we leave will have to be in alphabetical order. How cool. How neat. Awesome. As always, there's a link to this puzzle in the description if you'd like to solve as well as a link to a Google form if you'd like to submit a puzzle. That'd be super cool. And a link to 2 playlists, one for all the Sudoku-ish puzzles I've done, and one for all the Rat Run puzzles I've done. Very cool. How do we want to get started? Wow. I appreciate that we have notes. We're going to have to figure out what 9 letters we're using. This is the only exposed part, so I want to start by looking here. Our letters, these 2 will have to be from the word rat, and these 2 will have to be from the word run. So I think this has to be an R, right? That's the only overlapping option we have here. So this will be an R. Oh my gosh, easy and hard. Okay. this will have to be an A or a T. This will have to be a U or an N. But other than that, I don't think I can do more. So we have an R as one of our letters we're using. Perfect. Between easy and hard, we can use the same logic again, where this has to be a letter in common with easy and hard. So it has to be an A. That's the only option. Okay, so we're also using an A. Cool. Now between brain and waves. Okay, this will have to be an A again, I believe. We can't use a B, we can't use an R. We could use an A, we can't use an I, we can't use an N. So the letter in common has to be an A again. And we revealed some more. There's Sphinx! Oh my gosh, with the little label there, how cute. Okay, so this will have to be an ESY. This will have to be an HRD. These now. So if I were to use an N here for run, I would not be able to use an N here for brain. So I need to think about that as well. Okay, what else could I do? These are 2 letters from cage. This cannot be an A, so this will be a C, G, or E. These need to be 2 letters from Finks, which I don't know about yet. I also need to consider that now that I know A and R need to go in every box, every row, every column, etc., etc. So I need to put an R in here somewhere. R cannot go here. I also could have R here. I don't know about this yet. R cannot go here because of this R. I also can't put an R here because there's no R in the word Finks, and I can't put an R here. So R will have to be in one of these cells. Probably fine. I need to put an A in here somewhere. It could go here. I have other places to think about. What else do I want to look at? Do I want to start by drawing a path? Do I need to visit cue cards? I don't think so. I need to visit these blue cells. So if my path is starting here, somehow I need to get here. Oh, if I'm going in alphabetical order, I can't go this way. I can't do these 2 cells and then A. There you go. So I need to start by going, well, I could leave. I could leave and come back. I don't need to start by going up. Okay. Well, if I want to use the Z from Finks, that's something to consider. Okay, but I need to visit this no matter what. Maybe, what do I want to think about here? I need to have the letter A up here. Do I maybe want to start thinking about what letters I have as options and maybe narrow it down to 9? I feel like it might be a bit too early to do that. This is an A or a T. An A would work. I've already used an A. If I were to add a T, that would be a 3rd letter. This is definitely going to be a new 3rd letter, a U or an N. So I have to use a U or an N. Let's Control N opens a new tab for the record. Don't do that. Let's click on the keypad. This is going to be UN. Okay. I'm definitely using an A. I'm definitely using an R. I definitely need to use a letter from N or U. I definitely need to use a letter from WVES. That's going to be another one. Whoops. WV, like that. From waves, right? W, V, E, and S don't have an overlap anywhere else. So this will be a 4th letter. A letter from brain that's not A or R. So another letter will have to be B, I, or N. And this will be a new letter because it sees this. Shading might also help too, you know? But this will also be a new letter because it sees the U or the N that I use here. So another new letter would be B, I, or N. I think this is a good spot to look because these see each other. This is going to be 5 different letters. The N or the U here, the E, S, V, or W from waves. And I like that the note-taking defaults to alphabetical order. That makes it handy for when I have to draw the lines later. And then this will be something else that's from BIN. Okay. So these are 5 different letters, and I know options. How else do I want to look at this? I think it's important to note that I can't draw a line straight through here. I could go this way. I could go down this way and then come back. Huh. I also have letters in cage. I also have letters from easy and hard. Okay, if this is an HRD, okay, there's no overlap with HR and D yet, so this will be a new one. Let's use some colors. This is different than, let's make A red. This will be something different than all of these. Oh no, it could be an R, couldn't it? Oh, this could be an R. Hold on. Pause. Orange, yellow, green, blue. Dang, yeah. So this could be red. Let's do this. This is gonna be blue is either N or U. Yeah, this is good. Yellow is E, S, V, or W. Orange is B, I, or N. We have a little bit of an overlap where one of these could be an N, but not both of them. This is red and this is green. Okay. Is there any overlap with these two and something else? I haven't used an F yet. I haven't used an I yet. I could go here, but then that would mean I can't use an I here. Is there something that would break this? Gosh, I don't know how to think about this. I need 2 letters here. E, S, Y. Could be yellow. H, R, and D. This could be green. I have some other options. Man, how do I want to think about this? I also have cage. This could be an A, but this has to be a C, G, or E, which could be a yellow E. Do I maybe want to focus on the path then? Right now I have 5 different colors. For sure. This will have to be different than orange or red. Maybe I want to think about visiting all the monitors with the line? Okay. Oh, going in alphabetical order through this box. I can't go through this A because I would definitely visit other cells first in order to get to the middle. So I can't go through here. So I'm going to have to visit this cell, leave. Because of the lines here, I can't get diagonally around this. If I wanted to visit this monitor and this monitor in the same segment, that doesn't work. Okay, so I need to visit this monitor, leave, and then visit this monitor and leave. So I don't think there's any way I'd want to visit this cell either. Because where can I go? And same thing here. I don't think I want to visit this cell either. Okay, this is good. I believe even with the fog, I would be able to see if there was a wall here because I would see it on this side. So there's no walls here. I can go straight through. Or I could do something like this. Okay, oh, well, this is blocked off, so I don't want to visit this cell either. So I believe I'm going like this. Is that fair to say? Ooh, I can't go to A after. And A is definitely the only letter that's shared between easy and hard there. So I think I need to go like this. I can't get into this cell because where do I go? I can't go diagonally because there's round wall spots, so I just need to go like this. Okay, but I don't think that tells me anything other than in some direction this will be in alphabetical order. Wherever, this won't be a Z because I'm starting here. This also can't be a Z because, well, I mean, it could be as long as I don't take the line that way, I guess. But if this is on the line, this can't be a Z because I need to go somewhere. This could be anything. Wow, I don't know how to do this. What if, okay, what if I were to go this way and then go visit A after? It's something to consider that might happen. Can this be something that's alphabetically after R? Q, R, S. S comes after R, and W and V all do. Yeah, there's a ton of options. But getting here, I need to have a way in and a way out. I could go diagonally. Huh, what can I do? A and T. This could be red. Red definitely goes up here. If this is red, do things break? If this is a red A, I won't be able to draw a line through this cell. I would have to go around this way in this box or, you know, leave again or something. I don't think I have to visit this box either. I have a lot of things to consider here. I'm not sure where to go. What information do I have? I have cage. I have Finks here. And this can't be a Z. I'm not visiting these cells, but they're still considered with the fact that I only have 9 different letters. Maybe I'm more limited on these than I considered. This can't be yellow, green, or blue, but it could be red, or it could be a T, which I haven't used anywhere else yet. A T is still an option. So this could be red, or this could be a new color. There is some decent overlap between orange and this that I need to think about, but this has to have an in and an out. So I don't know how to think about this. Yellow is E, S, V, or W for sure. Maybe there is more to consider with this letter needs to go in here somewhere. It can't go here because of Sudoku. It doesn't share, it's an A or a T, so it doesn't share any letters with the Sphinx here. It doesn't share any letters with orange. So this cell is either red or it goes up here. Can I do anything with that? What about these letters going in here somewhere? It's not an R. E, S, V, W. E, S, V, and W. It's also not yellow. It could be blue. One of these could be blue. And it's also not this cell. That is an A or a T. So these two cells need to be either this cell, or blue. If the letters from Finks go here, it just means they also go here. That seems fine. If blue goes here, it means blue goes here. Because it doesn't share any letters with cage. This is a C, G, or E. This is an A or a T. This is a B-I-N. This is a W-V-E-S. I keep hitting S instead of W. Um, this is a U or an N. What am I not seeing here? This is letters from Finks. Z's are going to make things difficult, but I think it'd be fun to have a Z in the path. All I know is I need to start here, so this can't be a Z. This could be a Z, and this could be something else, because I could leave immediately. I don't have... I'm stumped. This is an HRD, which does not share letters. Oh, this could be green, though. Shoot, this could be green. But it's not yellow, blue, or orange, or red. This is ESY, which could share with yellow. I also need to visit this, but I don't know how yet. I think it's got to be something with alphabetical order that I'm not seeing. If I were to enter this box again from here, okay, is there any way this is a C and on the path? Maybe I want to think about that. If I were to go this way, okay, yes, that's good to think about. If I were to go this way, the earliest letter in the alphabet this can be is F, and then this would be an I for earliest letters in the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. This would be a J, but I wouldn't be able to have anything here. That wouldn't work. So I can't start by going up. There you go. I can't start by going up. I need to go this way. And then I can't go to A after, so I need to go this way. Nice. So this has to be a letter that comes after this. That's okay. This could still be an A because I think I could go all the way around like this. Somehow. And then go to A. And now to get here, I don't even think I have to do that. I think I could do something like this. Okay, but this letter is something that comes after this. And this I would want to be near the beginning of the alphabet, but it doesn't have to be. Oh, is there any way I go through here? T comes after R. So I'm not going this way. So in order to leave this box, I do need to go this way, meaning this is going to be an N. There you go. There you go. Oh my gosh, so much just got opened up. This cannot be an N anymore. This cannot be an N anymore. Yay! Okay, there was no way I could go through there. So this needs to be a letter before N. And then after this, I could go this way or I could go this way. Nice. Okay. This is sharing a letter between test and task. This is either a T or an S. Read goes here. Okay. Mind goes here. Cake. This can't be an A, so this is a C-K-E. This could be an A. Whoa, perfect. Yay! Okay. From here, going straight into here is an option. This would have to go ST if I wanted to go this way. Okay. This is a letter before N. Okay. For sure, because it's definitely on the path. This is not a Z. In order to get in here, I don't have to go through here. I could, but I don't have to. Let's see. What else do I know? I need to put an A in here somewhere. Okay, so a lot of these cells are on a cue card. So is there some letter that I know about that won't work on any of these? A could go here. A could also go here. R could go down here. And ESVW, E has an option. No, because it's yellow. Whatever yellow is can't go here. So yellow is going to have to go down here somewhere. It could be an E. It could be an S and go here. Or it could be a V or a W and go here. So nothing there yet. C, E, and K. I don't know about yet. I have to use an S or a T. This could be yellow, it could be S, or this could be something new. But S or T is... No, it's not a new color because it could be S. This is a T, E, S, or T. Is there something that is giving me a new letter? One of these could be an R. M-I-N-D. I still have orange that could be an I, and this also could be blue. Okay, well, blue has to go in here somewhere. Oh, this isn't on a cue card either. Shoot. Blue is going to have to go here somewhere. Okay. More with the path drawing. If I were to go this way. This would have to be... It just can't be an E. But a lot of these come after R, so that's fine. If I were to go here, I could go ST. If I go this way, this has to be an S, basically. Because the letters in test and task... No, because I could go down. Ah! But then none of the letters in read or task would come after this. Okay, if I go this way, this has to be an S. Can I do something with that? And then I have to go ST or ST or S something else. I need to visit this cell. And I need to do it, if I visit now, I need to do it when I leave. I don't want to leave through here because then when I come back later, gosh, I could go this way, couldn't I? Oh no, I have too many options. CK. I like the shading here. I want to try doing that more. But after this point, I kind of ran out of options. Once this could still be red. If this is A, if this is red, where does A go in here? A can't go here. A could go here. A has options. Never mind. A needs to go up here somewhere. It could go here. ESYDHR. Whatever this letter is needs to go in here somewhere. D, H, and R. Can't go here at all. Could go here. E, S, and Y. E and S could go here. E could go here. Maybe I go back to think about Finks here. I was really hoping to get to a point where there's so few letters overlapping that I have my 9 options. But that hasn't happened yet. The E is giving me too many options. This could all be yellow. Orange BI needs to go in here somewhere. And BI will go here somewhere. Orange BI needs to go in here somewhere. It cannot go here. And it also cannot go here. So orange is going to go here or here. If it's an I. Okay. The letters from Finks also need to go in here. Whatever this letter is can't go here. Is there any overlap between FINKZ and this? Okay, so whatever letter this is will go up here. And then we'll also go here. Not there. Right? FINKZ. FINKZ. Yeah. Whatever letter this is going to go up here and here. Can I do something with that information? It could be blue. I'm gonna move this up here also because it's a confirmed letter. There you go. Holy moly. Maybe I need to think about what letter could come before N that I still need. B and I are both before N. This could be orange. There's no way I go through this cell. I think that's better to think about. There's no way I go through this cell. I want to go back to that. How do I get from here to here? I just can't use this cell. With the letters I have available, was there something I was considering here? I mean, I could go all the way around. I could use diagonals. But at a minimum, I need to visit 3 cells. So, right before N is M, L, and K, right? J, K, L, M. This can be K at the latest in the alphabet. This needs to be K or sooner. Okay. That's like half the alphabet still. If I go through here, this seems really doable. A, B, easy. If I go through here, I need to get back at some point. I don't need to do it now. I don't need to use these. I'm missing something. This is tough. This could be an E and I just don't go here. I leave and come back. But once I enter this box, I definitely need to go. So I need to go through here no matter what. Okay, there's something. I also said again that I need to go through here once I enter this box, but I don't. I could leave and then come back and then go this way. That would be an option. But I definitely need to go through here. No, I don't even. I could do this. I have too many options. Let's try... Instead of making this yellow, let's make... this could be green. But this can't be anything that I know about yet. This is not green or blue or orange or red. So this would be a new one. ESY is yellow. And then this is also something new. Let's make it pink. Pink is going to be CEK. These are different from each other. This could be red. So green and blue need to go up here somewhere. That's another thing to think about. Okay. Blue could go here and green could go here. Or they could just go somewhere else. I also need yellow and pink in here. Yellow and pink cannot go here because of Sudoku. CEKESY. They also don't share any cells here. Pink and yellow cannot go here. So pink and yellow need to go up here or here. CEG. Yeah, C and E works here. These share a lot of letters, CAKE and CEG. Well, they share a C and an E. So these need to be different. How can I think about this in a different way? Should I jump somewhere else and consider where the line can go to visit cells? I think the fact that this could still be an E is throwing me. I'm stumped. I feel like I'm thinking about I feel like I'm thinking about good things. Let's I know that here I need to have at least 3 letters before N, but that's totally possible with the unique ones that I have. I could go this way, I could go this way. I could go all the way through here. I think. Is there something with brainwave monitors? Let me reread the rules, maybe. The faint light of 11 blue monitors are visible. Finks must visit all of them. They provide an insight into her thoughts. Okay, so nothing about like unique digits on them or something like that. We have dynamic fog. We can move diagonally. I don't think I'm missing anything in the rules. The alphabetical lines, maybe I need to think more about. It was nice when I noticed I can't go from here to read because R is latest in the alphabet and that comes after these. So but I need to visit here at some point, this box, because I need to go through here. But I mean, why don't I just go like this or change this to center only? From here. Let's stop looking at this and maybe look at something else. I don't have walls up here to help me, but I have some visual walls here. This, I didn't catch this. Okay, well, I have to go here no matter what, and there's walls above and below it, so I have to go like this. That's definitely going to happen at some point. Okay. So, does that mean I want to go here now? I don't know. But from here, I'm going to end up back in here. Okay, so I have to go through here at some point. Because I can't go up from here. Okay. So I do need to go here at some point. So going through here now would just mean that I need to come back to this box later. Okay. Oh, ew. Ew, look at this. Okay. No, does that make sense? How can I come back here later? Because I don't want to end up with making a closed circle here. Wow, I don't know if that's an issue I've run into before on these. A closed circle would be really bad. If I go in here now and I end up leaving through here, where does this go? Ooh. Oh, I think I just trapped myself even more though. Gosh. Somehow this is going to connect to this. I don't know how it's going to work with this monitor, but somehow this connects to this. So the direction is like this or like this. But there's no way I can go from this cell to here, this ST. And I can't visit this box twice because while I do have 4 entrances and exits, I can't. The only way it works geometrically is if I went from here to here, which I can't do because of the alphabet thing, and then come through here. But I can't do that because of the alphabetical order rule. So I don't think I can visit box 8 twice. So I think I need to do it all in one go. This is an option if I go like this. This would have to be an E. And then somehow I get from here to here. And then we take our loop up this way. That works. Okay. So I need to get from here to here somehow. And these are all cells on cue cards, so I have letters to choose from. But this has to be an E. There's no way it could be an ST and get here. Yay! We have a new letter. Yay! And it was correct. Oh my god, progress. Let's throw a new letter down here. I don't have a color for this yet. It could be yellow. It could be pink. But I'm definitely using an E. Let's get rid of my... I like the shading for definite letters right now. We definitely have an E. And it means that this won't be E. It needs to be something that comes after R, which is S, V, and W. Q, R, S. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I keep hitting the wrong keys. E. Okay, take out E. Yay! Okay. This is exciting. Now, what else does this tell me? It means that I won't be using an E here, so this is definitely a D, an A, and an R. I need to be careful with what keys I hit. D, A, and R for read. But this comes after this, so it can't be an A or a D. This has to be an R. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is green. Yay, and more is revealed. Door and food, tail. I love how all the words are themed also. That's really good. This will no longer be an R. It'll be an A or a D. This could be red. It could be a new color. Okay. So I need to get from here to here. I'm not sure how. I won't be going through here. Could I go through here? Okay, would work. Could I go through mind? Yeah, I and N and M all work, but I wouldn't want to use the D here. Okay, we'll come back to this, but I'm going from here to here, and then I end up going from here. We have a wall now, so I need to go this way, and then we need to get from here. We need to go through here somehow, and then also get to here. So, what can I think about here? Overlapping between door and food. This is an O or a D. Okay. Do. This is an FOD. This is a DOR. I do need to use R up here because of Sudoku, and I can't go here. So one of these is an R. This is tail. Okay. This is 4 letters and 3 cells. D, O, R, and F. Alphabetically, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. The quickest I can get out is going like this. So 4 cells, that's okay. Maybe I want to look for a second if I have more unique spots. Like, Gosh, I don't know actually. I have an E for sure. I could still have a blue N here for Finks. E could overlap with one of these. This could still be an R. Um, this goes here. This ends up connecting to this, and this ends up somewhere. B and I still don't overlap with these yet. Oh, I could also look at, I have an E in here somewhere. E is going to go here somewhere. That seems fine. ST is a new unique letter. Let's make this yellow. I'm running out of notes spots. I don't know really how I had this organized, but ST doesn't overlap with anything else yet. This is unique. A and D, this could be red. M, I, N, and D this could be orange and blue. I and N, not necessarily unique yet. This is a T, A, S, K. It could be red. It could be, it's not going to be yellow, but it could be red. Or it could be a new color. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 unique colors right now with the current shading. A does need to go in here somewhere, and it can't go here. Oh, I like thinking about that also. But I mean, A could go any of these places, so never mind. A definitely goes up here. In here, I need to use each of these colors I know about as well. Red needs to go somewhere. It could go here. It could also go anywhere here. It just can't go in this column. I wouldn't want A here anyways. If I use A here, I can't go through these cells. That's another thing to think about. I need to use green in here somewhere. One of these is going to be green for sure. I need to use an N in here somewhere. Ah, there you go. N cannot go here because of Sudoku, and N is not in any of these, so this has to be a blue N, meaning this will be the green R, just because of Sudoku, really. This is R, this is N. Which means the N must go here somewhere, and it can't go here or here, so this is blue N. Yay! What else does this mean? What about a pink E going in here somewhere? Pink E cannot go here and also can't go here because of Sudoku. So this is going to be an E down here somewhere. Which means E will have to go here. Did something reveal just now? It did. Maze. Okay. Now there's that Z again. I don't want to use a Z because the direction I'm going, I don't want to use a Z here. I need to use this on the line, and Z would mean I can't do anything else after. So this has to be an M-A-E. Whoops, I should have done little letters. M-A-E. I haven't had an M anywhere else yet, right? A and E. I don't want this to be an A. Also because of that order of the line. But this could be A, E, or E-M, or A-M. I also don't want this to be an M because I don't have anything after. So this is either an A or an E. It's either red or pink. Okay. After this, where do I go? If this is an M, oh, M-O. M-O would work. I would have to go like M-O-R. But it is an option. Pink definitely goes down here. E does for sure. Can I do something with that? I placed an R, placed an N. Where does yellow go in here? Yellow is ST. Yellow can't go here. Yellow is either going to go here as a T or here. If yellow goes here, that means yellow goes down here. I could have yellow here and it doesn't even go on the line. That would be totally fine, actually. Never mind. This row is also pretty filled in. Can I learn something? A has options. I have an R, I have an N, I have an E, I have a yellow. Where does orange go in here? BI? There you go. I need an orange BI. It can't go here, it can't go here, and it won't go here either. This needs to be I and it needs to be orange. That's the only overlap. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's move it over here. I have another letter. Yes. Meaning this won't be an I. Okay. Also alphabetically should help with some things. This is red or this is red, A. Are these letters gonna spell something also? I'm curious. I'm trying to pay attention, but I don't see it yet. Yellow is here. Red is here or here. I have orange. I have green, I have blue, I have pink in this row. So this is something new. F, D, and O. I could have an F here. I, 6. These aren't necessarily unique. They could still be pink or yellow. One of these could. But these are definitely something new. One of them's DO and one of them's DFO. Doesn't overlap with anything else I have yet over here, at least. They also see each other. So let's make this one purple and this one brown. I have something from DO and something from DFO. But I definitely have a D or an O in the puzzle. Alt is funny. So now I only have one more spot for a letter that is not ARNEISTDFO. Do I need to be worried about that? CEK, this could be an E. That's still fine. ESY could still be an E. DHR could still be an R or a D at this point. Finks could be N. I can't use an I here. Okay, this is more narrowed down now. So F, can't use an I. NKZ. I could use an N, and I could use an F. Otherwise, this needs to be a new letter also. Okay. CEG has an overlap with an E. This is CAGE. DHR could be an R or a D. ALT could be red. What's good to think about? Maybe I want to look closer at how I get from here to here now. I could go through here. This would have to be a D or an I. Okay, well, yeah, I needs to go in here somewhere. Yes, let's look at letters that need to go in here that don't have options. I need an A somewhere. I have an R, I have an N, I have an E. I need an I in here somewhere. I could go here, or I could go here or here. Yellow I have. What about this purple DO? Brown and purple could go up here if one of them's a D. It also could go here if it's a D, actually. I take it back. Where do I go? From here, I need to go through here or through here. This could go EF or EO. Do I have to use an O here? If one of these is D, I can't go that way. I could also go this direction, but then I would definitely be using an O. E is the earliest in the alphabet this can be. O is the latest in the alphabet this can be. If this is a yellow T, oh wait, I was kind of thinking about something with if one of these is yellow. If this is yellow, then yellow goes down here. If this is yellow, then yellow goes up here. But I think that's fine because I can avoid stuff with the line. Um, okay. What do I do? If I have to use an O here, I can't go through N. Okay, I would have to go through R. I need to actually take out a Z. I forgot what this can't be a Z. What can this be that comes after this? I have lots of options. I could put an R here and that comes after all of this. Never mind. Yellow is pretty late in the alphabet. A, E, I are pretty early. D, O. O can be in the middle. Is there somewhere without an overlap that I'm missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only get one more color here. One more spot that's not any of these. And I don't have a spot for that yet. If this, it's going to be one of these. One of these is red and one of these is the new spot. One of these is A and one of these is the new spot. So the new spot is either a K, S, or T. There you go. I'm going to erase these for a moment. The next unique spot is K, S, or T. Yes. Because everything else has been used in this row. Either this is an A and this is a T. So yellow would be an S. Or this is A and this would be a K, S, T for the new spot. Let's make this dark green. So any letters that aren't in here, I can't use. There you go. This can't be an H. It's either a D. Whoops. I'm going to take out the little H. It's either a D or an R. Yeah, this row is nice. It gives me all the letters. This can't be a Y, but E and S are fine. This can't be a K. This could be a K. This could be K. This could be K. This is CAKE. All of these are fine right now. C. No, we don't have C. And we also don't have G, so this has to be an E. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. It's so nice. So this won't be an E or a G. This has to be an A. I did have all the 9 letters I knew about. Oh my gosh. This cannot be an A. It becomes a T. So this has to be an A. So green is T. This is going to be S. This is S. Holy. Okay, we just got a lot figured out here. This needs to be D, which means one of these will be a D. Okay. I don't know what color this is yet. A, T, this is green. Whoops. What else do I know? Thinks I can probably figure something out now. I can't use an F. And K is no longer an option. So this has to be an N and this has to be a Z. Oh no, I messed something up. Oh no, that wasn't right. F is still an option. F is still an option. I take it back. Sorry. Sorry, but K is not an option. And Z is not an option. So this is definitely F and N, meaning I have to use an F, so this has to be an F. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. This has to be a D or an O as our 9th letter that we don't know about. D or O. Okay. No, it's a D. It has to be. Yep. Woo! We got there. Okay, so I know my letters. Does this spell something? R-A-T and then a S-F-I-N. It's close to something. I'm not sure. Okay, now we know all our letters. This cannot be a V or a W. It has to be an S, which is yellow. That's the wrong shade of yellow. A-L-T, it can't be an L. It's going to be either be an A or a T. D or R are both options. E and S are both options. This has to be an E because I can't use an M anymore. So this will have to be an A, meaning it's red. And this will be pink. E feels pink. Does that make sense? That works out. This is T, so this is what? S? Holy, holy, holy. This is green. Let's see. This could be E or S still. This could be D or R still. M-I-D. This could be an I or a D. I've already used D, so this needs to be I. This is, I kind of want to put these in alphabetical order. Um, I've used an A, I've used an R, I've used an N, E, I, S. This can't be a T, so this becomes a T, and this becomes an F. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we revealed one of the markers. The meters. What are they called? Monitors. Okay. Let's fix some shading. This is orange, this is green, and this is brown. Okay. Now no, let's go ahead and fill these in because then I can get alphabetical order here. This still needs an A. I keep wanting to look at this one. This still needs an A. The A will go here. R, N, E, I, S, T, D, F. This needs to be a D. This will be A, R, N, E. I need an I. And F. This is going to be I and F. Okay, I have F here, so this is an I, and this is an F. So alphabetical order, how do I get from here to here? I can't go through this cell, so I need to go diagonally through here, and then I don't want to go I, F. I just need to go directly from E through F. Perfect. And I revealed something else. I got learning because I'm learning. I am going to take a second and put these in alphabetical order. I think that's going to help me a lot. So after A, alphabetically, I don't have a B, I don't have a C, but I do have a D. E, F, no G, but I, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Q, R, S, T. There you go. And then the colors, D is purple, E is pink, which feels right. I can't explain it. F is brown. I is orange, N is blue, R is green, S is yellow, and T is green. Okay, this will be way more organized. These I can fix. This is brown, this is red, this is red, this is pink. D is purple, and F is brown. Okay, I need to get from here to here alphabetically. I don't want to go through A. I don't want to go STD. That's not alphabetical. So let's go through F. And then I don't want to go through A or S. So I want to go through I and then N and then R. Okay, cool. Now A, E. I can't go to D. I don't want to go to S either. So this is going to go to F. And then I could go through N or R. I don't know. Either one of those works. I could even go through N and then R. Cool. What else do I know? These can't be K anymore, so this is E. This is A. This is pink. This is red. Learn. If I can't use E or A, and there's no L, this is going to be R and N. Okay. D still needs to go down here somewhere. F needs to go down here somewhere as well, because F can't go here and it can't go here. So this is going to be N and this is going to be F. Whoops. This is N and this is F, which is brown, and this is blue. Which means that N needs to go up here. So this will be N, and this will be R. N and R. E will go down here. It can't go here. E is going to go here or here. So this can't be E. This will be an S. Oh yeah, I also had this. D and R both work here still though. This is yellow. If E goes here, I know the direction I'm going is I'm going to visit this cell and then this cell. Oh, no, not necessarily. I could go like this. I could still weave. I could go N, up, left, down, left, up. Wow, yeah. But this definitely comes after this. Maybe I only have a few options here. This can't be A or E, but it could be D. It could be F. It sees I. It sees N and R. It could be an S. It could be a T. This can't be A, D, E, F. It could be I. It can't be N. It can't be R. It could be S. It could be T. If I'm going this direction, I don't want this to be T because I don't have anything after. T's at the end of the alphabet. I would work. This could go D, I, F, I. This could go S, T. Okay. Oh, this needs to be a letter that comes after N. Maybe I know something here. This has to be R, S, or T. It can't be a T, so this is an R or an S. S needs to go here or here. That's okay. Ooh, this is interesting. I have E here, and this is an I. So I would have to not go through I think. Because I need to visit this region again. I can't go through here. I can't go through here. I need to go through here for sure. Oh no, I have an opening here. Hold on. I didn't see that. I have options. Never mind. Interesting though. What's going on with this row? These two, I still need D and R. A, D, E, F, I, N, R, S, and T. No, I have an S, a T. So these are D, R. This can't be a D or a T, so it's an R. Big letters, please. This is an R. This is a D. Oh my gosh, wait, what's going on with these? This is a T. It looks like a little monitor. This is a little monitor. This one is like a brown button, and this one is some sort of pattern monitor. Oh my gosh. We're learning things. This is T, meaning this won't be T, so that this can't be S. This is a D or an F still. Sad. Can I spell friend? F-R-I-E-N-D? Yeah, and then I'm left with A-S-T after. I'm still trying to spell things. I'm convinced. Okay, what else do I know? This is an R, so this is an S, which works out. That's fine. It means this can't be an S. It's going to be an I. This could still be a D or an F alphabetically. That works. Um, okay. Now what? What are these? I still need a D. Either place could be a D. E, F, I, N, R, S, T. And I need a T. Okay, so this is going to be D and T. I didn't want to continue shading, but I think it helps. R is green. T is dark green. This is orange. I think because of Sudoku, I could figure out letters here. These can't be A or D. I could use E. I can clean it up in a second. I could use F. I cannot use I. I cannot use N. I could use R. No S. I could use T. Okay. This cannot be a T, but E, F, R works. This cannot be R or E, and this cannot be F. If I need to go in this direction, can I go from here to here? Not if it's a T, but I could go E, F. Is there any way to go through all three of these? Yeah, I do E, F, R. That's totally fine. I still have 4 letters, E, F, R, T. This is a D, F. This is a, should be figure outable. I need to use an R here because of this. This is D, F, E, R, T. Whoops. Oh, it erased all of them. D, E, F, R, T. I'm used to when I mistype a letter, I just hit a backspace. This can't be an R or a T. And it also can't be an E. This is a D, F for the row. Nice. So what's this? Did I miss something here? Um, did it really come down to that? Yeah, because of the row. And then because of the column and the region, this is only a D or an F. Okay, so what is this? A, D, E, F, I, N, R, S. Yep, I also knew that because of these. Okay. We have a sensor with an S on it. Let's see. If this is DF, yeah, this tells me that this can't be an F. This can't be an F, so it has to be a T. And this can't be a T. I cannot go straight through. So I need to go like this. Yes. So I need to get from F to N. I can't use a D or anything else, so that just connects. Okay. Both of these come before T. This one's on its own, so it doesn't matter. Both of these come before I, so that's totally fine. Where do I go from here, though? I can't go from I to DF. I'll have to go to T or to N. Okay. I also know the letters here, but I don't know what direction I'm going. I'll go ahead and fill them in. I might learn something. A, D, E, F, I, N. F, I, and N. This has to be an I. So these won't be I. It's going to be F, N. F comes before I and N comes after N. I actually think I could. Well, I don't know where the cupcake is. I don't know where I'm going, actually. I'll come back to this. I think I know which direction I'm going, but that's okay. Let's see. Now, what else do I know? The bottom of the grid's all filled in. This is good. D or F to I. I need to go this way or this way, but I'm not going to go this way. And where do I need to go from here? I need to do something here. Something here needs to happen. Like, there's got to be something I can figure out. I could also look at what's going on up here. Oh my gosh, I need to go through here, so I need to end up going this way at some point. And I need to do this. I need an option that comes before R and an option that comes after R. The only thing that comes after R is if this is a T. So this is going to happen. And then I'm either going IR or ER at some point. But this needs to be a T. This needs to be a D. Nice. Nice. That revealed things. Okay, cool. Shading real quick. This is purple and this is going to be green. That didn't tell me about these, but that's okay. I have cage here. So I don't want to use this cell to go to the E because that would mean I have to get here from somewhere else and there's nothing that comes before A in the alphabet. So I don't think I want to go ERT. I think I want to go IRT. Because how would I get to the E first? It would have to be from the A, and that's not gonna work. So I want to go this direction. And we're not going to go through here. We're just not going to visit the cell at all, actually. And then I need to leave after this. Okay, so am I going from this I to this I now, and then maybe from this T up or T here? I don't know. It depends on what letters I'm going to have. This is all completely open. I need to visit this. I need to visit these. I'm visiting this, and I'm visiting this. Where's the cupcake? What can I do? Let's start filling in these, maybe. Let's start over here. This still needs a D, E, F. I still need an I, N. This is going to be A, D, E, F, I, N. This is going to be an R, S, T. So this is a D and E and F. Okay. That's interesting. This is the end of the alphabet. This is the beginning of the alphabet. This is the middle of the alphabet. So there's no way I can visit this region because how do I get back? Or sorry, not this region, this group. I can't go to these 3 cells because I can't go back. I also can't visit these cells because I can't get back. After IN, I can't go through DEF. So this will have to be like a this kind of situation or this kind of situation. But I'm not going this way at all. Okay. Oh, I'm here already. Do I want to connect this to the T or do I want to go from T to R and then maybe loop like this? I could come back possibly. What is this? This still needs a D and an F and 2 more letters. A, E, F, I. This can't be an A. So this is a D, F, I. A definitely goes up here. Okay. What is this? This is definitely 3 letters. A, D, E, F, I, N. I'm learning a new alphabet here. This is R. I have options for before and after here. And I also have options for before and after here. This is fine. This is going to be D, F, and something else. A, D, E, F, I, N, R, S, and T. I need to go through here. I need to get here. Could I do this? I think so. E, N, and R. Yeah, this would have to go EN. And then I use an R up here. And then this would have to be like an S or a T. That works. That works. A has to go here, here. A has to go here, here. Which means I won't be visiting the cell that A is in, because there's no way to get there. Gosh. I also need to figure out how I'm going to get here. Not visiting this at all is interesting. What am I missing? I might be able to figure this out just based on the direction of the loops. There's something with line drawing puzzle. I shouldn't say loops. With line drawing puzzles about like clockwise and counterclockwise and like not changing directions, I think. I can't think of it right now. But this is a wall. So I only have one way in here. The cupcake is in here. Well, the cupcake could be here. Ah, if the cupcake's here, I need to enter this way and then leave this way. If the cupcake is in here somewhere, I could go like this and have a cupcake here. I could go like this and have a cupcake here. I don't know the direction I'm going here yet. What are these letters? Maybe that'll tell me something. Or these letters. I need an E and an R still. I need an A. A, D, E, F, I, N, R, S, T. Should shade these. D is purple. I is orange. T is green. Green tea. I didn't notice that. This can't be A. But I mean, I have an option for E, which comes before I. This is an F and an N. I have A, I have D, I have E, F, I, N, R, T, S. Fins. I have to use an I and an S here. But again, I'm missing something again. I don't think I know the direction I need to go. I need to visit this cell. I need to visit this cell. I need to visit this cell. I don't know anything about the walls in here, so I can't decide this yet, but I need to go through here. And I need to get from, okay, maybe looking at getting from here to here or here. After I can't go this way. After T, I wouldn't be able to go anywhere, so I don't want to go to T. I need to go to N. The direction, oh yeah, I do know the direction of this. Do I want to go R-I or N-I? Does it matter? It might. If I need to come back in here. My options are to go from here to here, or to go up and then through here. Since I can't decide that right now, I need to look at something else. So from here, I could go here, which would mean I need to come back. Oh. I said, what if I go from here up like this and then somehow get through here? But there's no way I can get from EN to here. There isn't anything after N. So I don't want to do that. Okay, so I don't want to go from T up to here. What if I leave, though? Then I would have to go from S to A, and that doesn't work. Okay, yeah. So I need to go from T to R to S, and then I need to leave because I don't want to go to T. I'll be stuck after, and I don't want to go through the A. So I can either go like this or like this, but it does mean that N is going to connect to I right here. And then from here, I need to go up. So this won't be F, and this won't be D. I could visit right now, or I could zigzag. But I need to get from here to here also. I keep wanting to think like ST, but I don't need to follow the alphabetical after I leave the region. But I know that I'm going from here to here, so this won't be an R. And this won't be a D. EF or EI. This can't be an N. This has to be an E. Yay! So these won't be E. It also means that this won't be an E, and this won't be an E. This will be a D. Nice. So this won't be a D. They revealed a bit over here. It also means that this won't be a D. What else did I learn? This comes after D. E is not here. I still need to visit this cell. I don't know if I want to go like this right now or if I want to leave and come back, but that would just mean this goes F, E. That would give me an excuse to do that, I guess. What now? I need to get from here to here somehow, or here to here. There's nothing here that comes before E. So I just need to go straight up now. From here, I have options, but at some point, I'm gonna end up going over here, and I need to get in here. Can I clean up more? This is D, F, S, T. I need to use S and T in here. N or R over here. One of these needs to be a D, and it won't be the one that's connected from here. So if this is a D, it would have to be from here, and that doesn't make any sense with how I can draw the lines. So this is going to have to be D. This is not going to be D, I believe. If this is D, I can't get there from anywhere else in this region because of the alphabetical rule, which would mean I have to draw a line from here. But then how do I get out? And then also the line would not, yeah, the line's going to cross over itself if that works. So this does not work. This can't be D. So this is FST. It also means that these won't be D. This is AFI. One of these is for sure an A. There's no way I can go through here at all now. So I need to go through here for sure. So now I need to figure out how I'm getting from here to here. This also can't be an F because it's going to come after N or R. So this is going, nope, these could still be F, but this won't be an F. Is there anywhere else D could go in the row that I need to worry about? I don't think so. Where does D go in here? D goes here. Ah, there you go. That's not right. Oh no! Something's wrong. It should have removed that fog, right? Enter incorrect letters may clear fog somewhere in the maze. I still think that's a D, though. Was I wrong about this? It didn't reveal anything. Wait, neither one of these have to be the letter D. It's just that this can't be. I could have D over here just fine. That was backwards thinking. Oh, I did that on accident. I was trying to erase it, and now I know it has to be a D. Okay, well that's a bigger problem because I didn't see a way that that could be D. Oh no. Shoot. I just accidentally confirmed that needed to be a D. Um, well that's bad because I was really against it being a D. How does that work? Um, going in this direction. How do I get there? Did I mess something up? I can't get to there from any of these. I must have messed something up. Um, I can't go diagonally, so I'd have to go like this. How does that even work? The line would have to go like this. Where's the cupcake? Oh my god, the cake is here! Hey, that makes things so much easier. Holy, I didn't even see the cupcake there. Wait, so I have to go this way. That's crazy. I didn't even see the cupcake. I've been looking for it this whole time. Okay, so I need to get here, meaning I can't go from this direction because that's diagonal. So I need to go from here to here, meaning this needs to be something that comes before this. So this won't be a T. My golly. Um, I I also need to get into this box somehow. So I am gonna have to have a line that goes like this somehow. I don't know how I'm getting from here to here, whether it's like this or like this, but this is the direction I'm going. So this ends up being IN. Open your eyes, Kathy. Um, wow. Okay, so this is an N, so these are not N. Um, I need to get here somewhere, and I suppose I could draw a line like this and then draw a line like this, but this needs to come alphabetically after this. There's no way I would want an S because I need to visit 2 more cells before I leave somehow. So this is an F or an I. Which means I have an FI for the row now, so this is not an F. That doesn't affect this. This is still fine. I have an RST, so I know what this is actually. An N, I think. Yes, this is going to be an N. This is blue. I have an ER, so this needs to be ER and something else. A DER. Yeah, one of these is a D. What else do I know? What else do I know? I think I just need to draw a line from here to here. N comes after both F and I, so I could go like this, and then this would be an R. This could be any of these still. To get here, I could draw a line diagonally like that, and then I would go from N to R. That would work. I can't go through both of these cells because one of them is going to be an A. Okay, for sure. But I need to go through here. That definitely happens. So, ooh, all of those are options. One of these needs to be an A. I don't need to use either one of these. I could go like this. I believe I could go like DIST. Yeah. Is there any way this is an R? DFIR. Yes. I can't do FI. One of these needs to be an S. One of these needs to be an S. If it's this one, I can't get to here. So this needs to be an S. This will be an F or an I. It won't be an S. So now I still could go like this, but there's no way if this was an S I could get here in time. What else happens if this is not an S? Or if this is an S, I mean. I don't know. I definitely can't go this way. But I could go this way. Ooh. Do I need to visit the S? If I go this way, can this be an R? No. After F at the earliest, this would be an R at the earliest, so this has to be a T. There's no other way that works. So these are not T's. It also means that this is an S, so that this is an R. These are not R's. This is also not an S, so this is a T and this is an S. It means that this is not an S. This is not an S either. This is a D or an F, which still makes sense before S, so that's okay. I need to think about getting here. And that I'm going to come from this direction. I actually definitely come from this cell. So if this is an N or an R, this has to be a T. That would have been easier to look at, I think. DF, DF. I have N and R here. This needs to come before T. These both do. Still not convinced on the order I need to go in. One of these is an A, so I mean, I could visit both of them actually. Okay. This and this are the same digit, same letter. What else do I know? I and N I don't know about yet. Where does I go in here? I is one of these. I is one of these. N is one of these. N is one of these. E and F. Ah, there's got to be something more I can do here. F or I. There's no way this can be an R. Okay. But D or E works. R in this row needs to go here or here. I have too many options. Going from here to here to here. Oh, well, I'm either going N. I can't go this direction anymore. Okay, so I have to go this way, and then this has to be an R. That's the only thing that comes after N. Okay. So I am going this way. That's helpful. It means that this will be an N. So this will be an R. It means that this will be an I, and this will be an N. It means that this won't be an I. A, D, and F. Okay. A, D, F, and I. Okay. Do I have a pair that I'm not seeing? This is an R, so this won't be an R anymore. From here to here to here works. There's no way I can visit this because these are both before here. So I would need to go like this or like this. But this can't be an R either. There you go. So I can't visit either of these cells after this F at the earliest. So I do need to go this way. Okay. Okay. This is a D for sure. F or I both still work here and here. No! Oh my god, what am I gonna do? This is a D, this is an AE, so this is an R, this is an E. Disambiguation. Oh no. What a wild word. Okay, cool. These have to be letters that are in the word disambiguation. I'm gonna come back to that in a second. This is DF, this is DF. D can't go here. Sorry, I tried to take it out. This is DF, this is DF, this is DF. I was gonna do that at the last second. It's really funny. Okay, letters that are in disambiguation. F is not an option, so this needs to be an I. Whoa, I had all those highlighted, apparently, my bad. This is an I. So this is an F, meaning this is an I. And this is not an I. This will be an AF. This is not an I. AFAEAE. Okay, there's no E in disambiguation either, is there? Okay, so this is an A and this is an E. If this is an A, this is an F. So this is an E, meaning this is an F. Okay, so I can draw the path now. This is going to be a D, so this is going to be an A. This is going to be an F, and this is going to be, I need to be careful. This is not an F, this is a little D, but I have to draw the line. Oh my golly! Okay, I can't go from F to A, from F to E, but I can go from F to A to E, and then F to R. And then I believe the line is drawn now. N, S, D, E, F, N, R, S. I'm more so just checking that the line is complete. I can't really do alphabetical order in my head that easily, but it kind of makes sense. FRT, DIST, IN, FNR, DSAE. Makes sense to me. I want to remove the colors actually, because I know normally I go through and fill them in, but I want to see the grid. There's some designs on the monitor tiles. And then this is going to be the letter D. Holy, oh my gosh. Experiment completed successfully. Monitors illuminated 6. Cells visited 52. The results of the ambitious experiment are most curious. Finks was fascinated by the words she encountered and seemed to want to use the monitors to actively communicate with us. Recording spikes in brain activity in response to certain letters, the monitors revealed a clearly deliberate 6-letter word. I need to look again. Elliot is confident he understands her intended meaning. I disagree with his interpretation. What is it? What is it? The lit up ones. Oh, yep. Friend. Very cool. And does it go in order if you follow the path? FRIEND. How cute. I mean, what else would it be? What else would it be? If you miss the R, it could be fiend, but I don't think that's what Finks is trying to say. Friend, of course. How cute. I really liked this the disambiguation word here. That's really funny. Oh my gosh, this was a tough one. I'm glad I stuck it out. I'm trying to remember back what the actual part. It was the bathroom break that helped me. That's what it was. But it was realizing about drawing the line. How if I had a bunch of parts that I like, not even this part. I knew this needed to happen and I knew that this needed to happen. And in order to get those to work, I couldn't connect this and this because I would be stuck in a loop. That was really cool. That was a really tough spot for me. That was really cool. I think all the puzzles so far in this series, I don't think I've considered with all the different segments, like, oh, I don't want this to be a closed circle. That would be bad. Man, this was super cool. Finks wants to be our friend. How cute. And I didn't even see the cupcake. That would have made things so much easier. I didn't even notice it was there. I was still waiting for it to be up here somewhere. And yeah, that totally told me the direction that this needed to go. Very nice puzzle, Marty Sears. Let me know how you all did in the comments.